Bismillah. Hello, hello. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya name is Muhammad Alif Najmi bin Kamal. Diploma second year. I'm diploma second year at manufacturing engineering faculty. So here I'm coming up with diploma project presentation for project diploma project 1 DFFT code 2822. With the theme of this year is innovation of environmental conservation and etc. So this is the hard sketch of our project that we want to make. We call it as a water savior, usually at the lake or the drain or the something that need to be clean. But we use this buoyancy, the buoyancy concept here, so that this machine or this product can be worked on the water. So in this context, first I will talk about the background of the product, problem statement, and the objective as you usual. At the second, I will talk about the literature review for literature review for the project. And the third one is based on the customer needs and house of quality product based on our Google form that we need, that we already do to guide the customer needs and house of quality product data. So the fourth one, we have the concept sketching, concept scoring, and the ranking of the product that customer label it. And the fifth, the 3D sketching of the product, we use uh, the app of AutoCAD to build all the specification and detail of our product. And the last one is the bill of materials BOM and DFE for environmental consent. As usual, at the end of this slide, I will make a simple conclusion for all our all our presentation site and product. So here, this is some of the background. We start first of the background. So as we know, the conventional way of the cleaning lake, that's like they pick it up the rubbish one by one at the surface of the lake, just like in the picture. So the background is we think that every team management had a problem with the cleaning lake because of the light size, because of the process of the process to clean it, the time this is take. This is so troublesome because it will take hours and days to clean that one lake. So some management league is not execute the cleaning as a lake of dangerous. Yes, then you for the dangerosity of the lake of cleaning the lake, there are more precautions that is applied, which mean there are more money which is needed to clean to clean all of the lake. Sorry, clean all of the lake and make it simple. To to make it simple, we try to invent one product which we call water savior assessment to avoid the people to cleaning the lake for themselves because this water savior can be huge help in helping people, helping human to cleaning all of the stuff just like lake and lake. Too much easier, too much efficient, too much easier way to do all of these things. Because the most important thing that we already add the feature to prevent this product is great. As it is because of the solar panel, inshallah, which will be the power supply, or it can be the most product that is very easy to use and reduce the process of late cleaning time. And the safety of the human is already be safe, inshallah. For the next slide, problem statement that we speak here is The number of the people throwing garbage into the river and the sea at the Malaysia is increasing at the alarming rate. Because of the society, there's a garbage disposal in this way is for the beginning. So overall, the sea and our river, our sea, already be polluted with the plastic bottle, rags, glass, shoes, wrapping material, and everything. Average maintenance worker in Malaysia is encountering difficulty of the water switch. Average maintenance worker confront the problem with the time they consume to complete the task because they already need to do their self by their hand, by their own power. Next one, the amount of energy used during the maintenance session also increase as a result. So just like our product here, there we will focus on our place, which is at the University Technical Malaysia Melaka at Lake B, because that lake is already been contaminated with leptospirosis, leptospirosis disease, and because the lake is surrounded by independent such as tree and building that hide the wind from accessing in the flow of water, this issue is polluted the lake. Not just all because sometimes the lake is also full of the garbage and so on. So the creature in lake it might be die because of the garbage and the polluted air, as we know, right? So objective of the project is to analyze the design to analyze the experiment this product as the solution for easy efficient cleaning method. This is because to reduce the problem the waste of the environment, to increase the efficiency to clean the lake and to clean the lake as to make it healthy and safety again, to reduce energy usage of the manpower by using the machine power and product power. Lastly, last but not least, is to help provide oxygen to the water creature. Because as we know, water creature also need oxygen from the fresh air in the fresh water. Like next is to develop the feature of this product as it help to increase the quality of the product. To utilizing engineering skill in fertility solution for complex manufacturing engineering problem to effectively demonstrate teamwork and a good verbal communication among team members in completing this project. Last but not least, to evaluate the impact of the design product component or processes in terms of the safety, environmental, and sustainability benefit. It's all of this which really hard to do is because this objective we already target to be done at the same at the time at the time at the time by time. Inshallah, all of the every objective that we make is can be success. Inshallah. So for the literature review project, I take the patent from the Google patent to that compare that our product with other product, the other company product, which have the same which have the same function as our product. So as you see here, the first patent is quite similar with our product because the water surface container is include a body that can float, which which means this patent also use the buoyancy concept, a water capacity and essential. And in take a port and rear and here it also include the surface current, generator system and the great and the effective current on the water surface forward of the body that flow toward the front end of the passenger, which means this kind of product use the motor to generate it and it can be moved freely at the water at the surface of the lake without any compartment of without any compartment and energy use of the manpower here. So for the second pattern here, it has the same function as that first pattern and our product. But the design is kinda the design is for me is uh related too much critical and too complicated for us to follow. But I will take this as a sample of the function like our product. So this machine can move over or close to the surface of the water and get the floating trash as known as water surface cleaning machine. This pattern is called the water surface, the surface of water and get the floating trash, aka water surface cleaning machine. So this machine is all seem like the first one in our find, but this this pattern is the at the body at the ground and the tail at the end. It will be at the water. So the water will come up in the product, and the trash is will be back in the machine, and the water will come out again with it. So using devices accessible liquid fuel can be problematic because they cannot be controlled. Just like I mentioned before, it cannot be controlled. So retrieval of this requirement can be challenging if they become stuck in the middle of a big pool, a big lake, and so on. So the last but not least, third pattern. A self-contained proper cleaner for cleaning the surface of outdoor swimming pool and pool that resemble them. This clean. This pattern is as the same as the first one, which is it's using the motor that we see here. It can be the water flow in the machine and the trap and the what do we call it? The trash, maybe the dry leaf, plastic or anything will be trapped on the chamber, and the free clean water will flow back to the swimming pool just like they mentioned here. So water flow through a spring inside the chamber with any floating debris being caught in the stream. An impeller direct the water to flow over the chamber from wall with the cleaner being propelled in addition by impeller motion of the water. So next will be the customer needs. So for the customer needs and the HOQ, which means the house of quality, we use the Google form. We use the Google form platform to ask the customer about our product. We need to add, what we need to doing, what design they want the most, and so on. So here we can see uh, the design. There are three option design that I will show later that we already made. But the option is the number three. Option is the number three. Actually, that option is number one. Actually, that option is number one. So, but here is option number three. But at the left hand side is will be number one. Later I will include. So this customer option between three design were the first option. With the third design, option number three is the design that customer interested. So here the rate of the following criteria based on the priority where you want to use the water savior. So here they much really want to be a little light and high durability, user friendly of the environment, of course. We didn't want to make any air polluted or any. And last but not least, the environmental friendly, just like I said. So we can summarize that based on this graph, we should work more harder on its durability and would less on its cost, as it should be required by the respondent in the chart. Here, which mean the chart, we take it from our friend, our family, and any and others people. No matter what, student, policeman, lecturer, and so on. So next here, is the house of quality. This is the house of quality. So the house quality that here I mentioned is customer requirement and the efficiency, cost, durable, safe to handle, easy to use and design. this is all the customer want. Engineer requirement, this is our product that we already make. Buoyancy, water resistance, shape, size, conductivity to the electrical, release pressure is unusable, weight, strength, the material. So here you can see the dot black point here is the high, was the high, was the highest point here. The point that is the white point is the medium one, and the triangle is the really wide, really weak one. So next. So this is the conclusion or summarize of the household quality that we made. So the household quality HOQ outcome is to study of the team of employees, student, or identify individual charged with making sure the customer needs are met. That's why we do the Google form to make sure that we fulfill our customer need in our product. So the group discovered that VOC through the use of focus group, focus interview, and information technology resource. The requirement of this data are then determined. They are applied to the customer need portion of the health shape view, which is the table and the chart that I showed before. Because of each material has a unique particle that contributes to the substance weight, there is a significant positive link between the mass and the material. So the mass and the material here that already be connected by the one thing, because which is weight, because the uh, different material have a different unit particle of the mass. That's all. So next, this is a concept sketching. Three concept sketching that I said before. So this is the concept one, which is the option 3 on the pie chart. So this one is a concept one of the sketching that there was the aerator wheel pedal that attached to the machine, which will have the flow of water and creating bubble. Then the part two here, at the behind, it is the main voice of the component, which help this machine to perform and to be float on the water. So the part 3 also here, part 3 here is the gear and chain allowing the part 5 to lift, which we call the little mouth, to lift the waste up to the part 4, the collecting bit at the behind of the product. This is a focus to achieve all the objectives to overcome the problems that so this is that the other two concept, the concept 3, concept 2 and concept 3. The concept 2 is and concept 3 is also as the same as the first one. So the figure 2, the concept 2, despite the first result, which is still based on the same idea, just like I say, that has a few variants. Which is the variances is this concept. Uh, this concept is the fan in the part 3 and 4 use chain power as a motor, chain operated for instead. While in the part 4 of the size of the fluid utilizer is a little bigger to support the weight of this project. Different with the concept 1. So the concept 3 also like the concept 2 and the concept 1, but this is most likely the simple way. The trash basket or the pit was placed at the behind of the entire body that support with the two pair of the lock of the wheel that can be locked for easily move and lock at the place. With a pocket for the remote controller and a cushion at the holder so that the user can be more comfortable and easy place to for remote. This concept tree is a slightly much simple because there are no idea. So the concept scoring here, we are scoring that. I just scoring a concept screening. We used to decide. Uh, we used to decide the screening, we used to uh, is used to indicate that a fresh graduate has improved one of the criteria. So the criteria was split into the three sections: the client agreement, manufacturability, and the commercial. Yeah, just like you can see here. Yeah, environmental friendly, durability, user friendly, energy, weight, cost, size, material safety, and time saving. Yeah. So here, right, then conservation, then here is rank. This technique is mapped to the worldwide of the wide range of the measurement criteria when only a few solutions are being considered. Due to weighting and rank adjustment is required quantitative concept comparison but still has a chance to be arbitrary. It's like here. Let's see. Stability, user friendly, blah 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 blah. It's the same and at the end the design one which the option 3 is true. So this is 3D sketching product that we made from the AutoCAD. This one is a fully that we will make the prototype there. Inshallah. This is a this is the view, the 3D view, and this one is side view, front view, and top view. So the customer and uh lecturer can see our product in different way of sight and eyesight. Okay? So we make it like this to make it easier for the lecturer and our customer to see which is the main part, which is the best part, which is how we should work and everything. This is a bill of material, BOMs. So the materials here, we mostly use of the stainless steel because of we say that we know that the stainless steel also have the hard point to hard point and time to get the rusted and everything. So every mostly I use stainless steel. A- Except here, Gen motor using the metal like iron, nickel, and copper, so that the motor didn't need to be maintained. The remit do can be don't have to be maintenance at a short time, but it should be maintained by a long term time. That's why we use material like iron, nickel, or copper. So the pedal wheel here is high density polyethylene HDPE. Polyethylene is the higher one between the three, PDF, PFE. So like we know, this kind of polyethylene, which is plastic, is a hard plastic. So the pedal wheel can be more use, have a long time of use before the maintenance. So the boy also use the HDPE. The boy also this really because the boy also use the HDPE because of the boy need to be at the surface of the water. So if the boy we also made it as on the steel. Just imagine, let's say we make the boy after the boy is steel, it can get rusted easily. That's why we use here the HDPE, high density polyethylene, so that uh, the the boy can be used for a long time. It can be rusted. It can be the the trash or the lumut can stuck at the boy. So this for the build of the material. So design for environment. My apologize for the typo there, DFE. This is the main phase of product life cycle and flow of the resources. Just like I've learned at the Promo Project 1 of the site. So this is can be remanufactured. Raw material, production, use and disposal. The disposal can be remanufactured to the production. Ah, so based on this mind map, we know that it can be just cycle. it can be a cycle. Raw materials go to production, go through use, go to disposal. If the disposal cannot be used, it can be back to the raw material. If the disposal can be used, it can it can it can do the manufacture and back to production. So we call that asset reuse. This is a definition of the life cycle assessment of LCA. This also I take it from the site of my study, which means the LCA means the process to evaluate the environmental burden associated with the product by identifying and quantifying energy and material use and waste released into the environment to assess the impact of those energy and material use and release to the environment to identify and evaluate opportunities to affect environmental improvement by STAG 1991. So last but not least, we are already at the end of this slide, which means the conclusion, which I will make the conclusion. Oh, sorry. Ah, so this is the conclusion of the entire entire project that we do. So the water savior is intent to address the issue of the lead pollution caused by littering, trash, oiling, and so on, fertilizing and pesticides from agriculture and urban runoff and the lake and contribute to elevated nitrate and phosphate level. Just like we know, it can become a toxic water. This can cause harmful algal blooms and conservation, both of which are hazardous to aquatic life and human health. This product is also beneficial to the environment because it may improve the health of both fish and plant and also human. So we conduct a poll, just like I said. We conduct a poll using a Google form and invite respondents ranging from 13 to 16 years old and older. We received 72 respondents in total, Alhamdulillah, and which we distributed through various media, just like WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, Facebook. Alhamdulillah, we get 72 responses so that we can make the improvement and maybe change a little bit to fulfill the customer needs in our product. So here, obviously, the majority of them were unaware of automated lake cleaner with built-in aerator. The fact that they are prior experience with polluted lake may achieving the correct reaction much easier, just like we know. So all of the respondents already know about the lake cleaner with built-in aerator. Maybe they already talked it at the Facebook, Google, or maybe at the TV. Okay. So last but not least, the water savior can be improved with solar panel wheels to make it easy to move and on the land and material selection to ensure its security. Another critical factor that consider is the product cost and efficiency. As a result, our device was designed specifically to keep the lake clean, pardon me, keep the lake clean by allowing the user to continuously clean the lake. So overall, the customer already know about this naming product, which is automatic lane cleaner. They already know about everything. So overall, we made the conclusion that the customer needs and our product will be perfection suite for them to clean the lane. So I guess that's all from me. So I hope that this presentation can be much easier and to help the customer and nature to understand about our product. So that's all from me, Muhammad Alif Najmi bin Kamal. Thank you for everything and thank you for the opportunity for watching this. Assalamualaikum.